to you about an amazing company called Valentis. And before we get into detail on that here, we'll just make a few quick announcements. Obviously, we've got a special guest on here tonight with John Haremza, who is Royal Diamond with Valentis, and he is our personal sponsor. So you're going to be hearing from here shortly. And also want to mention that our next live event will be taking place here, that we do regular opportunity calls every Tuesday, Thursday, and then of course trainings on Mondays and Saturdays. So stay tuned into the schedule. As a matter of fact, once you're a distributor with the company, you can literally text Prevail to 76000, and then you will receive very important updates, reminders for all the national calls, whether it be opportunity or training. And so you want to make a note of that. And we have a brand new Facebook group. It is a secret group, so you do have to be invited into that group. So if you're in the business here and you're not in that group yet, get with your sponsor and or your upline, and we can put you in that group. We do a lot of communication updates. We load videos and a lot of content in there, a lot of training stuff. So you definitely want to get plugged in and tied into that. And of course, we also do replays on everything, and we're recording this, so we will be sending this out here for everybody that missed it. So with that said, we're going to dive right in here. As I said, my name is Nancy Burling from Hayward, Wisconsin. My husband Andrew and I got started in Valentis on August 8th of 2018. That's when we decided to go to work. Our background, we're no stranger to this industry. I've been full-time in the industry since 1991. My husband Andrew since 1989. We met back in the year 2000 here through the industry, have been able to raise 5 kids through this industry and be able to create a lifestyle that has been absolutely amazing working from home. And when we took a serious look at Valentis, we got very, very excited because we saw and recognized the timing in the marketplace, the timing of the company. And I'm going to dive right in here to talk about that, but this is important. Our company is based in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and we're 4 years old. The company started back in 2014. And in this type of industry, it's all about timing in the marketplace. And I can promise you, everybody says that it's good timing, but the reality is this: we have the perfect timing. We're doing roughly a little bit over $2 million a month. The time to get involved with the company is when they're doing anywhere from $2 to $10 million per month. And I will tell you this, that in our career, we've done extremely well, but the times that we've done extremely well is that we've hit the timing combined with hard work. And that's what we have our hands on here with Valentis. As you can see with their track record here, they've done over 80 million total in sales. The foundation is laid, but yet it's still early and hardly anybody knows about this amazing opportunity. We're also shipping to more than 80 countries around the globe. And so who do you know? In different markets around the world, because we can actually ship product there, and you can begin to grow an international business and become part of what we call the 24-hour club, which means you can literally earn while you sleep. And that's the beauty of a global business model. That's why Andrew and I love international business. And let's talk for a moment here about our CEO and founder, Mr. Dave Jordan, who Andrew and I have actually known since 2001. He was a top earner in another company that we were top earners in, got to know him, and he's an amazing guy. He truly is a distributor at heart. And so when he runs the company, everything that he does is out of consideration for those in the field. And he started this company because he got tired of seeing companies go out of business. He got tired of companies mistreating distributors, so he made the decision to start Valentis 4 years ago, and they have done an absolute amazing job. He's got a traditional business background, has owned a traditional business since he was 16 years old, and they've definitely laid the foundation here with an amazing company, everything's in place here. And here's also what's absolutely amazing is our products. We have revolutionary products. As a matter of fact, we've got an entire family of products, over 11 products to be exact. And the beauty of what we offer here is that we have products for everybody. Now, our flagship product, I'm going to talk about that because this got us very, very excited. This has been recently introduced just a couple minutes ago. It's called Optimum Coffee. It's a unique formula that not only helps you lose weight. I personally have lost over 12 pounds and 2 dress sizes since I've been taking the product here since last August, but it also has something called a nootropic effect, which gives you a mental clarity and an energy, and it crushes your cravings, and it tastes and smells great. I will tell you, it tastes like real coffee. And I'm a coffee connoisseur for anybody that knows me, and I will tell you that I absolutely love this product and what it's all about. And I will tell you that people that have tried it love it. A lot of people are getting results here with the Optimum Coffee. This is our flagship product. And of course, why coffee? Well, it's the second most consumed beverage worldwide. There literally are billions of cups consumed daily worldwide, all around the world. People will drink coffee every day. In fact, 120 billion, it's $120 billion global industry around the world. And so who do you know that drinks coffee? That's what we ask people. And who do you know that wants to lose weight? Because we have the best of both worlds. People are getting results. The product speaks for itself. As you can see, here are many examples of before and afters of people that are using the product, that love the product, and that's what it's all about. And so you can get started for as little as $59 to try the product. And if you're serious about building the business, we recommend the Business Builder Pack. John will get in and talk in more detail about this, but there are a lot of reasons and benefits why you want to become what we call a business builder. But the beauty of this business model is everything is priced at $59 for one item. And if you buy 3, you get a discount. If you buy 6, you get a little bigger discount. And if you buy the Business Builder Pack, you're actually getting 16 items, or you can do the one with the optimum samples. The choice is yours, but you're actually getting it for $31 a canister versus $59 with your product. And so what I'd like to do at this time here is I'm going to turn it over to our sponsor, Mr. John Haremza, who's the brand new Royal Diamond. I've known John here since the early 90s. He was my upline in a company, and Andrew's known him as well years back in the industry. He's been a phenomenal guy to work with here, a great sponsor, hands-on, very, very hardworking, and he's done extremely well in this industry. I don't want to throw numbers out there, but I will tell you that he's made a significant mark in this industry, and he's the master distributor here in Valentis. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give John, I'm going to give you your camera here, John, so just bear with me here as I do that. Okay. Can't hear you, John. Here, let me try to get your audio working again. Okay, there we go. Okay, try it now. Try it now.
Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, sounds great. Well, thank you, Nancy, and thanks for that overview. Excited to be here this evening. And number one, I just want to throw it back to Nancy and Andrew. They've come into Valentis recognizing really the opportunity and the products here. As you all know, they're very, very experienced in the industry and know what to look for. And they have, planted their flag here and have gotten off to an incredible start with the company, making Diamond, I think, Nancy, what was it, like 9 days or something like that, 12 days or something. And so, I always tell people that, our goal is to, help somebody make money as fast as possible because it's going to excite them and, of course, attract others. And that's one of the things you're going to see about our comp plan, which I'll discuss here in a moment. But before I jump into that, I'm just going to take a minute and share with you a little bit of my history or background. I have been actually this December will be 30 years in this industry. I came to the industry with no business or professional background. I was a blue collar worker, excuse me, high school education, as an introvert, excuse me, never sold anything before in my life. Hold on a second. And I have a learning disability. I have dyslexia. And so when I went to high school, I was thought to be slow and dumb and stupid. So I was just, really just trying to be invisible. And I share that with you because how this industry has changed my life completely and totally. I thought I had the best job that I'd ever possibly get when I was that maintenance person making $9 an hour. Like many people, I guess, got accidentally introduced to this industry, invited out to someone's home at that time to look at a water filter. And for those of you who've been around for a while, the company I'm talking about. The company was just in massive momentum, unbelievable success everywhere. I just got intoxicated by it, just swept up by the excitement and the momentum. And that's where I cut my teeth and learned so much from so many great leaders in that company. Over a 4-year window, made about $400,000, which for me was huge money. And what happened is I learned a couple very important lessons about timing and how important consumable products were. And so realizing I had missed it from a timing standpoint, needed a consumable product, I went on a quest looking for, the right company for me. And I found a company called Rexall. That was my second experience in the industry, about the size Valentis is right now when I joined that company. And I spent the next 12 years there. And in that 12-year window, made my first real money, made $4 million, thinking this is unbelievable, thinking I was going to be there for life. And then the company got sold, and then it got sold for a second time, and everything changed. And essentially what happened is I lost my belief. And, the bottom line is I believe that, this whole business is about belief. People buy people, passion, posture, belief, enthusiasm about what it is they're doing that attracts or influences others. And when you don't have that, it's very difficult, to attract others because people can tell, right? They know if you really are sincere and really are excited about what you're doing. And although I was making great money, I just didn't believe anybody could do what I had done. And so then I found a company called Wayora and became the master distributor. And that's where Nancy and I first met. I spent the next 12 years there, and that 12-year window made $10 million. And once again, thought I was going to be there for life. Some things happened with the company, with the ownership, that I lost my trust. And of course, trust is the foundation behind belief. And found myself realizing, still making at that time what most people would call very good money, around $700,000 a year yet, and thinking that, I'm just not happy. And it's more for me than just about the money. And had the opportunity to join Valentis. I know the owner. Nancy talked a little bit about Dave Jordan. Dave was in my Wayora business. And so I knew, I've known him for 12 years. I know his work ethic. I know who he is as a person. I know his wife. I trust, right? Trust is a big thing. Loved the concept of coffee, specifically weight loss coffee. And that's what really attracted me to the business. And the company was just, really in those foundation years, those formulation years. And, everybody tells you, right, that timing is perfect. Every company, you can talk to Amway today and they'll tell you that timing is perfect. And what I have learned, and Nancy had mentioned, I think, but I've written a book called Right or Almost Right. And in the book, I talk about timing, and that every company out there talks about, having the best timing out there, but timing is a factor of numbers. And there's only two numbers that matter. It's how many distributors are there and what's the sales volume. And if either one of those numbers are big, you've missed it from a timing standpoint. Folks, this is very predictable. If you study the industry as I have, there's certain tipping points that trigger momentum, that trigger that critical mass window where the company just goes vertical. And what my research has shown, and also what I've experienced in now my 30 years in this industry, is that when a company is really small in the startup stage, just getting started, I relate it to fishing. It's like you're going fishing and you're all excited about a brand new, fishing spot, and you get out there and nothing's biting and the weather's miserable. And you were excited about it, but there's no proof, there's no evidence, nothing is happening. It's a very difficult time to be with a company, and the body count is very high. The failure rate is very high. When a company hits about 2 million a month in sales, it's like a tipping point. There's enough revenue where income is being earned. There's product successes. It's like the fish start biting. There's proof and evidence. And as the company grows, the fishing per se gets better and better and better. And when a company hits about $8-10 million a month in sales, that's when the fish are virtually jumping in the boat. I mean, you don't even need to know what you're doing and you're able to make money, because the evidence, the documentation is so overwhelming that there's just nothing you can argue with. Well, that's exciting and a very exciting time to join a company, but where the real money is made with those people that get involved between that 2 and 10 million, and they build a base. And so when the company goes vertical, they're not standing there per se with one fishing pole, but rather they're driving the boat and they're dragging 10 miles a net. They've got, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 people in their downline to capitalize on that movement from small to big. They're able to leverage themselves. It's kind of interesting that I really like the way, Nancy, you said that last Thursday night on the call, that if you in the right timing scenario, it makes us look better than we actually are, right? Timing magnifies and multiplies efforts. And so we are a company right now that grew very nicely over the summer when most companies are flat or declining. We grew over $200,000 last month. This month, we're on track to grow more than $500,000 this month. I believe by March of this coming year, 2019, we're going to be growing $1 million a month. And with that type of growth and excitement, checks, everything just goes through the roof. And so you could not be looking at Valentus at a better time than what's happening right now. The other thing I just want to touch on is compensation. And, when it comes to compensation, once again, every company tells you that they have the best, most lucrative compensation plan. And the reality of it is every company has about the same money to pay out, somewhere in that 40 to 50% range. And so number one, know this, that we pay out 50%. So we pay at the top end of that, right? And we pay that out over 7 profit centers, okay? But the real question you should be asking yourself is this, not just what the payout is, but who gets the money and what do you have to do to get it? And that is where the Valentus plan is very exciting, because we don't have all the hurdles and the hoops and the structure requirements that make people, fill their garage up with product, or they can't, access the business that they have built. And so our plan is really designed for the masses. And I'm not going to go through all 7 profit centers. What I like to do is kind of break it down into basic ways you make money, 4 different ways you make money. The first one is what I call immediate income, right? Immediate income is really, something you're responsible for. You go out and do something. You sell a product, you're going to make up to 25% just through that transaction, whether that's in person or whether that's somebody buying through your website, right? So immediate income. The other way you make immediate income is when you enroll a new person, which is really our Fast Start program. And the Fast Start program, depending on where someone joins, you can earn up to $100 for everyone that joins with the business pack, right? And then once you become, and I'll talk about this in a moment, legacy qualified, you actually earn an additional $100, so you can actually make $200 every time someone joins with the $500 business pack. And so you go out there and sponsor 3, 4, 5, 10 people a month. You can see how that can be incredibly lucrative. The next way we make money is what I call leveraged income. Leveraged income is when you're leveraging the efforts of other people, right? And the way our business works is we have this this thing called a legacy bonus. And what the legacy bonus does is the legacy bonus pays you that $100 to infinity on everyone that joins with a business pack. So it's not just you making it when you bring somebody in, but on your legacy team, which starts with your fourth person that you bring in, and that fourth person all the way to as many people as you want to bring in, you get $100 on the first three people to infinity that join with a business pack. You make that $100 as the upline to infinity. So this can be a very exciting and lucrative part of the plan. If you've got a growing, thriving business, these legacy bonuses can be crazy exciting. The next way you make money is what I call leverage, or excuse me, residual. Residual income is the monthly consumption, right? This is everybody using the products. And this is our binary program, and this is the what they call the cycle bonus, or the dual team commissions. For every $200 on your one side, you have 100 that balances out on the other side. Cycles $20. Now here's the thing: you can cycle as you grow and build a business. You can cycle up to 5,000 times per week. If you add $20 times 5,000, that's $100,000 a week you can earn off of this one profit center, which is the cycle bonus. Okay. So, on your lesser leg, what's going to happen is say on an auto ship, you're making, that's 100 points, you're making 20% or $20 on every 100-point order on your lesser side. So that becomes incredibly exciting. The other part of residual income that I like is the matching check. Okay. Our matching checks, where you can actually earn, when you start as a Ruby, and this is one of the things that's exciting through our matching check, is you can actually earn money in our compensation plan with having just one leg. Having sponsored just one person, you're able, without even starting a second leg, having not sponsored one other person, you get started with a Ruby. Right, as a Ruby, you're locked in at the business pack. You're locked in at the Ruby pack, and you're locked into a 4-level matching check. So of your person you enrolled, you make a 20% match on whatever their dual team commission check is. And then anybody that they bring in, you make 10% match. And on anybody they bring in, you make a 5% match. And anybody they bring in, you make a 3% match. And again, you don't have to have a second leg to do this. All you had to have done is sponsor one person. Now, we can sponsor as many as possible and continue to magnify and multiply this matching check. I mean, if you are someone really out there sponsoring and building, your matching check can be almost as much as your cycle bonus. And so that's an exciting thing. And then our last main profit center is all of our bonuses. We have a global bonus where every time you bring in 3 people with a business pack at the in a calendar month, you get a share of this bonus. And that bonus runs, an extra couple $100. So I just want to run a scenario for you. Let's just say that you bring your legacy qualified. Okay, your legacy qualified, meaning you've already brought in 3 people, which means you're going to make $200 on every business pack that you personally enroll. So let's just say you bring 3 people in with a business pack. That's 200 times 3. That's $600. Okay. Plus you're going to make a $200, if it's done in a calendar month, let's say on average you get a $200 bonus, and so that's another $200. So you've just made $800 by having 3 people join with the business pack, and that's just off of your own efforts. And then, of course, once they start duplicating that process, the legacy bonus kicks in. So very, very exciting part of the plan. Another great part of the bonus structure is the car bonus. Okay, the car bonus starts at the diamond level, where you can get $400, and it ramps all the way up to $3,000 at the Royal Crown level. I'm at the Royal level, so I'm getting a $2,000 car bonus right now. But you can access that car bonus at Diamond, and our Diamond is not hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's basically 15,000 points on both your right and your left leg, and you become a Diamond. Okay, and you can begin to access that car bonus. So I believe that, you look at myself, right? We're a company doing, right at around $2 million a month in sales. And my check just a few days ago was over 30,000. The one coming next Friday is probably going to be over 40,000. And so to have that type of income being earned on a company doing $2 million a month, I mean, matter of fact, Dave and I were talking just the other day based on the growth and stuff. There are going to be people probably by the end of next year, possibly even by the spring of next year, making $100,000 a week in our compensation plan. And I don't think there's a company out there that's paying that aggressive of commissions on such small volume. And so, Nancy, I know what's one of the things that really attracted you guys was the the cycle bonus and cycling, 200, 100 cycles, $20. Basically 20% to infinity on your plan. So incredibly lucrative, residual or dual team commission, which is our binary. Folks, one of the other things I'm just going to mention before I turn it over to Mike Renz is that, all of these companies out there are made up of 5 critical elements, right? The company, the product, the compensation, the timing, and the training and support. And if 2 or 3 of those elements are not in place, it doesn't matter how good you are or how hard you work. Despite your best efforts, you're going to struggle. And I say that because we, all have, known people, maybe even ourselves, has been involved in something and it didn't work out the way we had hoped. And yes, in great numbers, it may be due to someone not applying himself. But in more cases than not, it's because something was wrong. Something was messed up. Something wasn't in place. See, folks, when all 5 of these elements come together, like we have here in Valentis, that is where, the fortunes are made and magic really takes place. That's exactly where we are. I mean, you look at someone, that's out there making, $10,000 a month versus someone that's making $100,000 a month. It's not necessarily the different in talent, right? Let's say they're both working hard and both very skilled people. The difference is the opportunity, right? Like Nancy said, the other night, when you're in the right timing environment that magnifies and multiplies your efforts, it makes us all look better than we actually are. So anyway, Nancy, that's really what I wanted to say. I am here, working directly with Nancy and Andrew, which means I'm working directly with any of you that are out there participating. I'm available for 3-way phone calls, conference calls. I mean, right now, I believe we're entering a stage of very, very exciting growth. And I'm looking to capitalize and help as many people capitalize on this window of growth as possible. And so anyway, with that, I believe you want me to turn it over to Mike Renz. And I got to meet Mike and his wife for the first time in person in Vancouver, which we had our national conference about 1 month ago. And so they attended that event. And one of the things I think that they would tell you, and Nancy would share this as well, is the culture, the energy, the vibe, the family environment. There wasn't, egos all over the place and different things like that. I mean, it's just really, really a powerful environment. So with that, I will turn it over to you, Mike Renz.
There we go. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Sorry about that, setting my dials, but thank you very much, John, for that. I'd just like to say, where we're going with this and what this means for everybody on this webinar, people you're inviting here, guests here today, is that you're in a very, very good home. You're very well connected with the owner and the top people in the company. And I just got to say, John and Dave, they've just fully over-delivered on all of our expectations of what you would expect from a top leader, as busy as they are committing their time to us. So, you know, I just want to touch on a couple things. I mean, this plan of what John went through, you know, of covering his comp plan, I just want to say this: so 100, 200 binary, minimal startup of $59 with a $20 entry, the biggest packet of $499 with all these levels of matching bonuses. If you pull out this big legacy program that flows $100 bills into the organization for the people doing the work, if you pull out the bonus pool and carpool, this is still the hottest plan in the industry, period. End of story. Nobody has what we have: a 100, 200 global binary, low entry, low cost of operation with a high impact product that people ask, what do you do? I want to say this, that we, you know, these are yes or no questions, and you don't want to offend somebody that needs to lose weight, but the bottom line is with them, you may have to say, hey, I got an opportunity, I got this product. But it's real simple. People are interested in losing weight or not. That's a yes or no question. They're either interested in doing that, which is simply drinking our product, drinking our coffee, and then obviously they're either interested in making money or they're not. I mean, very simple, doable for everyone and everyone. So with that being said, our support line, we do three-way calls. We have everybody text first. We do live broadcasts, live trainings. We're going to be launching these trainings with Desktop Share to share all the nuggets and things that we have to help you and your team grow fast. I mean, speed is a strategy, and, you know, getting plugged in and inviting people. So for example, if you're brand new or you've been with us a while, or you signed up or signing up right after this webinar, that number one, we got calls. We promote these calls, we make flyers for these calls, and anybody and everybody can simply call someone up, invite them to listen to the call, let the call do the selling, and you'll be very good at following up. Just be yourself, just share the vehicle, share the product, and if you can become a master inviter to send people to these webinars, to play back these live webinars, to invite people to calls, if you can simply master that and get very good at inviting and being very good at following up, you can build this business. And that's not even including simply giving your neighbor somebody a product to try, and they don't need a 30-day supply to see where the result comes. They need one cup. That day they know it, they feel it, they're not as hungry, they feel some energy, and that impact is there, and then they come and buy from you rather than you giving away a bunch of product and chasing them for a story. So keep it simple. Next slide here is you want to be plugged in. You want to get these messages. Now, I know you get emails for the calls. We blast out messages, branded messages that you all receive via text mail from us, but this is a corporate connection. So as your teams grow, know it's important for you to carry this message to your people's people and get them plugged in. And also, we got a Facebook group that this is very new to as well. So make sure that you get added, get with your upline, get with your sponsor. Make sure you add your people to this. Now, this is not just a community of a bunch of people making noise. This is just a place to, you know, replay these webinars, replay some information, get some messages from John, updates from the company, updates from the team. But if you're not plugged in, you're totally disconnected. And you can do this person to person without doing any of these activities. It's your business, how you want to run it. But from an upline standpoint, if you're not plugged in, I believe you're disconnected, but that's your choice. Also, you want to go to Valentis Tools. This is very important. You're in business. You want a business card. You want something with some traction. You need some flyers. You need some banners. You know, you're launching your business. So, I mean, first thing is you don't have a business card, you're not in business. Talking to somebody about our product or the business with samples without a business card, you're not in business. So very important to get these tools, very cost effective, and brand yourself, put your picture on there. They're very high impact, and people recognize you when you give them a card. It's not like a card without a picture on it. Next slide here, just real quick on the Canada trip. You know, we jumped into this and we flew up to Canada. I mean, I think we were in the business less than a month. I just finished my week 8 here, so we went up and we wanted to get our hands around this business. And at the welcome party, everybody was so humble, very, very nice. They had food and drinks for people, a very, very nice environment. And like I said, I just jumped up there and grabbed hold of the mic and let one rip on karaoke. And next thing you know, Dave goes, bam, you're on the Emerald panel. And I guess the rest is history, because the first month to be on stage at a major convention was very thankful for Dave and John for giving me that opportunity. So this was an amazing event. The people are very team orientated. I guess I would say everybody was very, very nice to us. And I was just blown away to see that there was 500, 600 people at this event. 500-600 people for a global convention. The timing is just sick. So with that being said, I want to jump over to this slide. You know, every time you join a business, people want to know, can I do this? Can I do this? You know, can I do this? Can I make money doing this? Will you be there to help me? And those three things, if you deliver that, yes, you can do this. You can do what I did with you. You can share the product. You can invite to a webinar. You can follow up. We can teach you this on three-way calls. But when you can add in on top of this hottest comp plan, timing in the market, 4-year-old company, when you can add in systems, and this ain't a big system we charge for. This is not what you're thinking, that we implement all this crap. This is simply a duplicatable process that everyone and anyone that simply can copy, paste an ad and post ads, brand their business using the tools that the company has with a combination of we have. And I'll just say this, we've only started 4 or 5 of our team members on this project. I have not started this yet because I got a lot of work to do on the phones for the next 90 days. But we've already added over 25 new paid distributors right off a simple ad platform that we teach our people how to do. Now, how I handle this personally is you join the business, you want to get yourself a couple sales, couple product, you want a product testimonial, you want to get upgraded to a $4.99, you want to show up to some events, you want to get on some calls, and you want to show that you're the leader. And all we ask is you go get your 3 legacy bonus packages done. We need to get you profitable. We need to get your income to double. And once that is completed and you're now legacy qualified, as we start to build you through the ranks and build for your emerald, we will share with you every nugget we have that has helped us put thousands of customers and thousands of distributors into network marketing. And I've never had it go this fast with this company. And I believe that it's because we have a 1-to-1 ratio. For every distributor signing up, we have a customer for every distributor, a customer or 2. And that's a beautiful thing, because you don't want 30 customers per 1 distributor, or you don't want all distributors with no customer, because the product has to show value. And 80 million in sales with a 1-to-1 ratio of people wanting our product without the opportunity is what you call a fast-paced, high-impact sport, full contact, UFC style contact sport. And so what we specialize in is how to teach people to constantly be having people come to you, having people wanting to talk to you, people wanting to buy product from you. So while you're working your warm market and building your business, you can start to build content, start to build automation, start to build this big old spider web that has all these little trails leading to you. And we already know that we're just going to crush it because of this. We have not even started our online platforms, but we have the tools to help those that are willing to do the work, the new up and coming leaders. We can push you and your people over the edge. And the best part of it is the little guy that may struggle to get started can start for $59 and operate this business for $59. And that's a beautiful thing, because anybody doing the work, this is where going to be the mother load. So that being said, build for the events, our Tuesday and Thursday call. I'll probably be doing a private training for 12 people max. I'll send out an invite if you can make it. Great. And if not, I'll fill the spot, and that'll be like an hour training. But build for the events, lay out your plan. I've got whiteboards around the room here. These are my other stuff here, but know who are you calling, who you contacted. Today's Sunday night, and at the end of the day, who did you invite? Who did you follow up with? Who did you send product to? And if your product order is on your desk or in your closet, that is not going to get the job done. Send this product out, get it in people's hands, and launch your business. Launch your business. So I had a great weekend at your house, Andrew and Nancy. Always a pleasure to come up and get some time with my sponsors. John was awesome up in Canada. And I'd like to thank everybody for attending tonight. Sorry I went on a little bit long, but we are fired up. Make October your month, close out the year with a bang, and set yourself free financially 2019. So over and out now. Thank you, everybody.